in your family. For the fact that you don't like it means that God wants to achieve something with you. The fact that you hate the situation, you see people barren and poor and dying wretched, and you hate it, your heart always skip. And anytime you are having a quiet thought, you are thinking of how you will receive 1 billion and settle Uncle J, settle on Grace, settle Uncle Kid, you settle cousin this, settle this is what is coming to your mind. That is a show that there is something God wants to do with you, but you don't know yet. You want to attempt it as Moses thought that he could do that with his power in the land of Egypt, and when death confronted him, he ran, because it is not a power, it's not something you can do with a physical might. You have to come by the supernatural. Moses thought that, oh, I have a burden. Why are you killing my people? He thought he can fight with physical might. He don't know that anything that God wants to do, he must be equipped before you will be relevant. So the first attempt he made, his life was implicated. He ran. Before he came back full of power, and that was when he was ready to confront darkness. Bible says he appeared and spoke to Pharaoh, the same Pharaoh he was running away from before. He came and appeared before him. He said, thus says the Lord, let my people go, that they may serve me in the wilderness. And to show that he did not come alone, Pharaoh was supposed to arrest him and put him in prison. He said, oh God, you are wanted. You are a wanted criminal. You are a wanted murderer. But when he appeared, the strength of Pharaoh has been melted. God sent him in Exodus chapter 12 and verse 12. He said, as we are going, go to the river of Egypt, the river Nile. That is where the python that is ruling the land of Egypt was situated. And Moses went there and cast the rod, and that was how the river changed to blood. That was the end of the python that ruled in Egypt. And from that day, the strength of Pharaoh became nothing. What is God waiting for you to train? There is something in you that God wants you to train. Nobody yet didn't make it. Chineke Choki train. Nobody yet didn't make Choki train. You pay attention to it, because it is only through that thing that you will be useful. If you don't train that thing, you will die like others. One thing I've decided is that I will not die like others. I will not end like others. I know that darkness is speaking a language in my family, but why must I end like others? There is something they do not know. They didn't know the power in the great monarch of Zion. But now I come, I know about that power. I know that God has given me power over principalities, over powers. He has given me power to tread upon serpent and scorpion, over the powers of the enemy. And nothing shall my enemies touch me. I have this knowledge, so I will not end like them. They knew that was a captivity, but they did not have the knowledge of the Son of Man. They didn't have the knowledge of the tangible power that is in Christ Jesus. You that have come and you have this knowledge, you want to end like them. Far be it from here. It will be a taboo. Even the devil will laugh at you. Even the devil will be disappointed in you. Say, so you know Jesus, the same Jesus that have given the name above other names, that by his nation of his name I will bow. He said, so you know Jesus, the same Jesus that I knew and I tremble, because I know he's the Son of God. And you did not do anything. You still allowed me to continue ruling. Woe will be upon your generation if you miss your ordination, if you miss your altar of intercession. Maybe because of your look. Many of us worship our look. Our look has become our God. We can't embark on any spiritual exercise because we don't want to look pale. We don't want to look skinny. We don't want to look lean. We don't want to look bad. So you can't even pay a single sacrifice because of your look. Many of us, food is our God. Fasting has gone far away. You can't fast. And Jesus spoke a parable unto them to this end, that men ought always to pray and not to faint. Prayer is not a case of if. It's not a case of if. Fasting is not a case of if. It's a case of when. That is to say that it is a reality. It is a certainty. You must pray. You must fast. Matthew chapter 6 from verse 5. Jesus did not tell you that if you pray, if it's an if, then it's optional. You can choose not to pray. But it's a when. So it's a matter of time. It's a matter of which hour, which time. When are you going to pray? That's the matter. He said, and when thou prayest, verse 6, He said, verse 7, he said, but when ye pray, give us verse 16. It's a case of when, not a case of if. If it is an if, you can decide not to pray. You can decide to remain like this. But it's a case of when are you starting? When are you starting? So anytime you start is still early. And as far as you are alive, it is a good time to start. Don't think you can save up money and savings cannot make a man rich. What makes rich come from God? He said, blessings of God make it rich and added no sorrow. If it is by your saving, how much can you save? Something will show up one day and take all of them away. It's a matter of devil giving one of your child cancer or kidney problem. You will go for kidney transplant. You will discover that even your saving cannot buy card in the hospital. He said in verse 16, he said, moreover, when you fast, fasting is not a case of if, it's a case of when. Verse 17. Verse 17. He said, but thou, when thou fastest, everything Jesus spoke about fasting and prayer is not a case of if. There is no option B. It is only option. Men have to fast. Men have to pray. Intercessor, you need to train yourself. Your family is waiting for you. They are waiting. They are waiting. Should they continue waiting? Should they continue waiting?